Welcome, everybody. Thank you for attending. I am Wifek Bouaziz, and I am the academic advisor of our program in linguistics, language communication, and cognition. Exactly like Professor Schöberl, I also have two parts to my presentation. I will tell you a little bit about the university and the department very quickly, and then I will tell you more about the program itself. If it clicks, yes, right. So the University of Freiburg, like Georgi already showed, we are in the southeast south of Germany. We are very close to the Swiss and French borders. The university is a public research university that has been founded in 1457, making it one of the oldest universities in Germany. In fact, it's the 5th oldest university. We have a very long tradition of teaching humanities. We have 11 faculties and our own career center. So if you're worried about careers and career advising, the university helps you a lot with that. And we have a very active student life. So everything from clubs to radios to sports, you will not be alone here, unless you want to, of course. The Department of General Linguistics is a very young department. The chair came in 2020, so it's very young, so don't be afraid of the numbers that I'm going to show you in a second. We have one chair, and that's Professor Uta Reinöl, who's also the director of the program. We have one assistant professor, and we have one PI in an ME NOTA project. We have currently 7 PhD students. The first PhD student just submitted her dissertation 2 weeks ago. And currently we have 6 MA students. Don't be afraid, this is not normal. We only have 6 because the current MA program is being substituted by the new MA program that I'm going to tell you about in a second. And these 6 students are the last ones graduating this year. What this also means is that we have a very close supervision and support relationship, and the relationship to the students is always very personal. You do not disappear in the amount of people that study. Now to the program itself, I'll just tell you some highlights. It's a joint offer of all the linguistic institutes and the cognitive sciences department of the University of Freiburg. So it's not just us. It's not just the Department of General Linguistics, it's also the Department of English Linguistics, of German Linguistics, and so on. What this means is that the program offers you a very wide range of content in the classes. As far as I'm aware, it's a unique combination in Germany. No other program offers you the explicit possibility of studying linguistics and cognitive sciences within the same program. Everything is possible, from very strong specialization to very broad training. It all depends on your preference. So let's say you study English language and linguistics, and you only really want to do English language and linguistics. That is possible. But if you do English language and linguistics and want to have some ideas about cognitive sciences or about Romance linguistics or about German linguistics, that is possible as well. You have intensive support from the central coordination, that is me, and from the specialization coordination. So every specialization in the program has its own coordinator, and they are there to support you and help you whatever questions you may have. We offer many joint events, and the supervision is from all offering institutes. And we also offer very regularly events on career prospects and career advising, where you actually get to talk to people who really studied linguistics and now do work. Yeah. The program offers 6 fields of specialization. The first one is English language and linguistics. Second one is general linguistics and linguistic diversity. These 2 are taught exclusively in English. You don't need any German skills. And then we have German linguistics, Romance linguistics, Slavic linguistics, and language and cognition. These four require you to know somewhat of German, but it all depends on the program. So for German linguistics, it makes sense that you would need C1 in German at least. But for the others, it only requires B2. Might sound a bit complicated. So we have this honestly slightly scary diagram, but it's not that scary once I've explained it. What you see here is basically the entire program. The yellow parts on the left, these are the classes that everybody has to take. These are the mandatory classes that you take with everybody, no matter what it is that they study, no matter what specialization. Everybody has to take a class in statistics, classes on empirical research methods, and so on. And here, horizontally, you see written the 6 different specializations. And each specialization has 5 modules that you need to do. And then here in blue, we have elective modules 1 and 2. These are additional modules that you need to study. So how specialized or how broad does one want to study and organize your study years? Aside from the yellow part that I just showed, you have to take 5 modules in total. Here we have the example of the specialization general linguistics. You have the 5, for example, structures of the world's languages, variation and change, linguistic typology, intercultural communication, and research perspectives. Out of these 4, the first 4 here, you have to take 2 modules. So let's say structures in the world's languages and variation and change. And then you have to take the research perspectives module. That already makes 3 modules. Then you have the electives, elective 1 and elective 2. For elective 1, you have the option of taking 1 further class from your specialization. So 1 of these 4 here. Or you have the option of taking a class from any of the other specializations. So for example, you're specialized in English language and linguistics, but here in elective module 1, you can take a class from Romance linguistics. Or you have another option that is Scandinavian linguistics. You can take a class from them. And in elective 2, you're not allowed to take a class from your own specialization, but you can choose between taking a class from another specialization or from Scandinavian linguistics. So here in these 5 modules, you have the choice of staying as specialized as you want or broadening your perspectives. You also have the possibility of setting a methodological focus in the course subjects. So in the yellow part that I showed in the slide before, you have to take methodology classes. And sometimes it makes sense for your specialization to take a specific method and deepen your knowledge in it. For example, again, English language and linguistics, the University of Freiburg has a very long tradition of corpus linguistics. So it makes sense more for you to take more corpus linguistics classes and so on. The program structure also allows for the linguistic practice module. Here you can have either an internship or visit conferences or go abroad on an exchange semester. And if you go abroad, obviously you can choose the classes that you can take at the abroad university. And here you can choose whatever you want, either very close to your specialization or very far from it and very broad. The application deadline for international applicants is sadly already passed. It is the 15th of July of every year. If you are not an international, if you are an international but a European international applicant, the deadline is the 15th of September. But we do recommend early application because the earlier you apply, the earlier we look at your application and the earlier you hear from us. The admission criteria is fairly straightforward. We need proof of 35 credits in linguistic subjects during your undergraduate. So classes like phonetics, syntax, pragmatics, sociolinguistics, cognitive sciences, all of that counts. If you are from a university that does not have ECTS, or from a country that does not have ECTS, the admission committee will decide based on your transcript, on the kind of classes that you took. You need to show your language skills. So as I said before, 2 of the 6 specializations are taught completely in English. For general linguistics, you only need B2, and for English language and linguistics, you need C1. How to apply? The application is online to the application portal of the University of Freiburg, and you need to upload some scans of documents such as your bachelor's diploma. If you graduated but you don't have a diploma yet, a confirmation from university is enough. If you did not graduate yet, a confirmation that you will graduate soon is enough. We obviously need your transcript of records and the language certificate, again, according to the specialization that you are applying to. The fees. This is a very popular and important question. The application itself is free of charge. It's directly to the University of Freiburg and not through UniAssist. The University of Freiburg and the Baden-Württemberg state implemented tuition fees for non-EU international students. So you have to pay 1,500 euros every semester, plus the 180 euros. But the University of Freiburg has a specialized advising office for scholarships and finances, and they can help you. So do make sure to request an appointment with them. What can you do with a degree? It's linguistics. Everybody asks you, what do you do with that? Our program prepares you for research and university careers. So for a PhD, postdoc, and teaching careers at the university, related to linguistics and cognitive sciences, of course. The program also prepares you for work fields focusing on language, cognition, communication, and media. So things like natural language processing, like search engine optimization, like development of speech recognition software, and so on. We also prepare you for media and publishing, journalism, public relations, science management, international funding and development organizations, work in the cultural sector, and so on. The intensive study of language and communication in their social and cultural context, as well as the acquisition of competences in the area of data processing, organization, archiving, and so on, it all prepares you in many different ways for any field that has to do with language and with data processing, basically. Thank you so much for your attention. If you have questions, please ask them in the Q&A or find us on our website, Instagram, or send us an email. Thank you so much.